Oh, hey, Dice. If you want to come on the panel, then, I'll put the link in the chat. Yeah. Oh, hey.
What's up, Trevor?
Yes, so I have your scene pulled up here.
Yeah.
Ian versus Mohammed Saeed's game. Oh, this looks like it's going to be epic.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's react to it.
Hey, Taylor, you want to hear something funny?
Yeah.
Um, what does copy stand for? Copy.
Yeah.
What's up, guys? It's Ariel Siri. Right now, we're all sitting down because we need to figure out who killed that little teenage girl on Friday.
Oh, you mean Frozen Art?
Yeah, that's who he's
Still
talking
figuring
about.
it
Hmm.
out. I swear if it's not you, I'm ready to school.
He's blaming Guardian. Wait,
Yeah,
so Aaron Sherry is wanting to go after whoever killed Frozen Art.
yeah. Well, sure. They think it's God DM because in 1960 when God DM's older brother died, Muhammad blamed it on him. They thought that he killed his brother. They thought that God
Hmm.
DN killed his older brother.
Guardian's older brother.
Yeah, it's based off of oh how my older brother died and my old prison police they thought that I killed them.
Oh,
Oh, what else? Oh, here's Officer J. Okay. Jack, I need you to go down to the basement and give me my radio. Okay. Hurry. And Redshirt Miller, I want you to go get my evidence bag that had the gun in it that Frozen Art killed herself with. Can you please go get it? Yeah. Yes, sir. All right, everybody, listen up. We have to take a roll call here.
I wonder why Officer Taylor never does that face.
Well, he does, but
Sit down.
sometimes just don't see it that much.
Yeah, because of his sunglasses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be back.
Calm down. All right. We're about to tell you what happened to Frozen Art on Friday, but meantime, let's just take a roll call. All right, first on the list is Robert Penisberg. Right here.
That name's always funny.
Hey,
One time Josh Mears,
Hey,
he called gay Robbie P.P. Berg.
Oh, yeah, I also called him that one time.
Hey, Robbie P.P. Berg.
gay Rob. Whatever. You're in the real world. Name is Robert Penisberg. Get used to it. Up next is George. Right here, Mr. Taylor, Officer Taylor. Sorry.
Georgie Wargie.
Yeah.
Right. Next up is Goddian. 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 How you say your name? Okay, I got it. Is there any Goddian here? Right over here, Officer Taylor. This nigga for real? Suck. You suck, Goddian. Dweeb shack loser. Whatever, Aaron El Sherry, whatever. Guys, come on. Anyways. Up next is Omari Sugby. Oh, there he is. Shut up! Little Joe Clock. Little Joe Clock faggots. You suck, nigga. You can suck my cock. It's right down here. You can suck my Syrian penis all you want. It's right down here.
It would be too big.
Hell yeah. I'm from Syria. You're gonna do, buddy. You're gonna take me to home because I'm from there? Whatever. Obama. Okay. Now stop. Don't go. Do not even dare go there, Omari. Hell no. Stop. Not feeling it today. Anyways. Up next is Jerry Yildu.
The guy with
Jerry
the
Lildu.
teeth. Or the lower
You mean the
teeth.
lower teeth?
Yeah.
Alright, Jerry Lildu.
It's really hard to say his last name.
Jerry Lildu.
I'm right here, Officer Taylor. I'm right here.
His last name's in Turkish.
Can you hurry anything up?
His last name's in Turkish.
Yeah. Yildirim, however you say that last name.
Jump slow. Fat like your mama. Like a little pig.
Whatever, I've been called worse than that. Up next is Vod Naraj.
Your mama, bitch.
What's up with these guys saying they're your mama?
What are you looking at? Want me to shoot you? That's what I thought. Bang.
Alright. Make one more threat like that again. You're going to the hole. You do not make threats at me.
I'm scared. Fuck the police. Bitch, nigga. I don't care. Fuck the police.
No, I don't have time for this today. Bitch. Someone kill me. Up next is Aaron Al-Shiri.
Right here.
He was already in the beginning.
Okay. Up next is Mohammed Saeed. Where is that guy? Oh, there he is. Okay, Mohammed, I will get to that. Up next is Hussein Al-Muhandis. Oh, he's right. Oh my god. Damn. Damn, how big are you guys? Shit. Hussein Al-Muhandis.
12'1".
What? You say something?
Yeah, well, first Officer Taylor said, "Oh, how big are these guys?" Right after he calls Hussein's name, and then I say 12'1".
Yeah. And Muhammad is 12'5". Officer Taylor is 6'6", so Muhammad and Hussein, they're 6 feet taller than Officer Taylor.
Yeah, they're almost twice his height.
Yeah.
Hussein Al-Muhandis. I do not tell
Muhammad's voice is creepy up in here on my side.
Guys, hey! Hey! Knock it off right now! Stop! Stop this! Now! All you knock this shit off right now! Stop doing that mess! Everyone sit down and shut up!
Gotta rope up.
That's enough!
Jeez.
I don't want to hear that shit today! All these sit down, shut up! Cut it out! Damn. Up next is JT.
Oh. Right over here, nigga. Right over here. Officer Taylor. Oh.
Okay. Up next is 10-foot man.
Yep, even he was in here.
Over here, Officer Taylor. Over here, buddy. Always got your back.
I'm glad the 10-foot man doesn't have a really
All right,
deep
got
voice
two more
at his
people.
height.
Up next is Finn Emerson. Where's Finn?
Any
Over here, Officer
just like
Taylor.
a dick crack says something.
God.
What are you looking at? What are you looking at?
Yeah, Finn. What are you looking at? I'm just joking.
Timmy, boy.
All right, last one on the list is Plimpton. Yo, what's up? What's up, boss? And don't forget me, Josh Myers, United States.
Josh Mears, United States.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, nigga. I'm Josh Myers, United States, and I'm in the
Hey, Taylor,
building tonight, nigga.
I want to ask you something. What if Josh Myers? What if he was like this? I'm Josh Myers, United States.
Yeah. He should make that face.
I like that other one. Where
Alright.
like, I'm Josh Myers, United States.
Yeah. You know, there's going to be a different character that goes this.
Josh Myers. All right, everybody. So we have to roll call here. I got a really big announcement to make. On Friday, Frozen Art committed suicide, and at first we were like, I don't know who did this to her, like, who shot her. Try to figure out some evidence about it. So once when Richard gives me my evidence bag over here you go. I can track it down. Whoever's fingerprints on this gun, you're all going to the hole for a long time. So I want to ask you who did it. Really?
Muhammad,
Who is it, Muhammad Saeed?
he's gonna say Gotti and
Oh,
I know it.
yeah.
Who was it?
See?
Hello? I didn't do anything.
Hey, the fight's gonna come. Here we go.
Oh,
You gotta watch this whole part. It's really interesting.
So, are all of them just beating up Guardian?
Yeah, they all want to beat him up, but Gadian's not letting him. He's fighting back. That is a 50 PMG going off. I'm surprised Josh is not jumping into this fight. You gotta watch this next part. Finn knocks down Vaughn. And now Finn is beating up Vaughn.
Yeah.
over, Tim. I'm gonna break him up. Tim, get off of him.
Wait, so in the scenes where you punch like this,
Yeah.
do you punch the floor?
Well, no, not really. Sometimes I actually just punch my like, hold on. I usually, like, when I'm on the floor like this, I'm like this.
Oh, because in one of my future scenes that I filmed, that there was me, doing that. It was pretty much me outside, punching the ground.
Gay Rob takes down Finn. That's his part. 10-foot man takes down Muhammad. What's his part? Hussein gets shot by a 50 BMG. Yeah, Jerry gets shot.
Yeah.
And now Gaudian got shot.
No, got Ian too.
And then
And JT.
and Aaron Al-Sheri.
Yeah.
They're big guys. They can handle 50 BMG getting penetrated in them.
Well, penetrating them.
Yeah. Or impacting them.
What the hell's the matter with you guys? Everyone's scared of the ground. Jungle! Everyone go! Now!
Wait, so who fires the 50 BMGs?
Sometimes Officer Taylor or the hidden guards in the walls, which you can't see. Sometimes
What the hell's the matter with you guys today?
or Richard.
What the hell's the matter with you?
Yeah, Maurice and Michael and Al, they had to be in another room at this time.
Right now, what you just saw, I just got into a really big fight. Mohammed's gang. You wanna know what really started that fight? I'm saying, if you wanna know what really started that fight, it's when Mohammed Saeed, he started accusing me was something I didn't do. I did not kill Brooke.
Wait, so how's Guardian, still up and talking when he was shot with the 50 BMG?
Well, Guardian, he's a pretty big guy, so he can survive. And he's pretty tough, so he can get up from that big of a bullet. Well, to him, of his size, it's like a little. Let's just say it's like a little tiny 9mm to him, a 50 BMG.
I did not kill her. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Mohammed Saeed blames me for it. And pushes me. That's when I was like, no. And that would be to the point where I fought him. That's how that fight broke out. This is bullshit. First, he thinks that I killed my older brother back in 1960, which I didn't. And then now, he thought that I killed that teenage girl last Friday. Well, Mohammed, think whatever you want. You can call me a killer. You've been calling me a killer for 59 years. Ever since when you started bullying me. It's bullshit that he thinks this way. I didn't do anything. I wasn't even up here when that happened. I wasn't even up here when Frozen Art killed herself. I was downstairs hanging out with George, Finn, and Gay Rob. That's all I was doing. I was talking to them.
Yeah, it's even in the scene.
Yeah.
I hate being accused by everything. Everyone has to be mad at me. Hey, I got to that fight earlier. I feel a little more better now. To all the other people out there who are watching this in the future or now, if you guys do not know who I am, well, let me introduce myself a little bit here, and I'm going to end the video. My name is Guardian. I'm Turkish.
Yeah, he's Turkish.
My birthday is October 31st, 1945. I'll be turning 74 this year. And people will give me shit about my age because it's really old to some people. Bullshit. I'm a non-ager. I'm a non-ager. If you guys do not know what that is, that means you're anti-age. A lot of people have it. Hey, I mean, hell, there's even an anti-aging cream.
Yeah, but there is.
That's myself. Yeah, you guys might see that I am really tall here. You guys do not know my height and weight. I am 9'10", or some people would say 9'10". Yeah, that's how tall I am. I'm really big. I'm massive. Any average human out there ever meets me in person, you would have to look all, because I'm massive.
Yeah, Taylor. At your height, how would you look up to Guardian
Yeah.
if you were talking to him?
This.
And how big would he be? Like if he was close to you?
Well, my head would probably be about the same height as his belly button.
Yeah. I'll say you'll be up to like his waist or something.
Yeah.
Somewhere around
870
there.
pounds.
probably below that.
Oh man, after getting shot by that 50 BMG earlier.
And if I was next to Mohammed Saeed, I'd probably be as tall as his Gavin.
Not that his Gavin's not that big.
Oh,
You mean not that tall?
Yeah.
I mean, as tall as where his Gavin would be, hanging.
Well, if you're standing next to Muhammad, you'll probably be up to where his kneecap is, or below that.
Kneecaps.
Yeah, even next to Hussein or Mohandas. Or
So,
Aaron Al-Shari.
so are their legs 9 feet long?
No, I would say somewhere around. I don't know.
Oh yeah, and what country is Aaron Al-Shari from?
I'll say Syria. Same thing from Omari. South Korea.
maybe got a broken rib down here. Because that bullet punched my guts and also Taylor shot me down. My earlier shot us with a 50 caliber. My guts feel like they're in hell right now. So, anyways, guys, I am God TN, and I'm gonna end this video now. See you guys later.
Yeah, that was a crazy fight.
Yeah.
5-on-1.
It was not 5. It was more than that. It was like 8. 8-on-1. I don't know. Hold on. I gotta count. It was
Well, one.
Atian.
Well, Guardian's the one. The other ones would be Muhammad 1, Hussein 2,
Omari.
JT 3, and Omari 4, Aaron 5.
Yeah. And Vod and Raz 6. And Jerry 7. Somewhere like 7 guys.
Yeah.
If Josh would happen to jump in there, it would be 8. Or Plimpton, it would be 9. Oh wait. Wait, Finn jumped in there.
Yeah, but he wasn't beating up Guardian. He knocked down Vod.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and Gay Rob, he slammed Finn to break it up.
If I was robbed, I would have helped him beat Vod.
How would you beat Vod? He wouldn't even feel it. Finn, he's 6'4", and Vod, he's 7'7". So, and he still got up after that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm going to show you something I made yesterday.
Yeah. Hey Taylor, yesterday, our think it was yesterday. Did you see that video on Twitter I posted to ATV Studios
Yeah,
saying I was there in spirit,
yeah,
hanging out with those
uh,
guys?
yeah. I was there in spirit too.
Yeah, and so was Josh Mears and
Yeah,
Fireface.
I haven't seen Josh Mears in a long time.
Yeah,
I haven't seen him comment either.
I don't know what he's up to. Uh, hey, do you remember that other scene from weeks about a week ago where Gay Rob he has a nightmare about Chris and has Kippy on a camera in it?
Yeah, and then he beats up Chris.
Yeah, when he woke up. Yeah, you see Gay Rob he was like suffering in that nightmare.
Yeah.
That would be kind of funny if Gay Rob did that to Michael.
Yeah.
Michael will probably scream like a little girl, like yeah, run out of the house.
I feel like something that's what Boogie 2988 would do, either to Michael or McJuggernuggets.
Yeah, and also, do you remember Angry Grandpa and Aunt Malta being in the dream?
Yeah.
Or Angry Grandpa's Damien or Damon in the series. It's Chris's dad. And Gay Rob, he was pretty angry about how Chris ruined his dad's birthday when he flipped the table. Hey, I remember when Michael when he destroyed Angry Grandpa's birthday, I wanted to beat up Michael when he did that. But hey, Gay Rob did it. He did that to Chris. Everyone was mad at Michael when he did that. I remember everyone was angry.
Well, wasn't his series fake though?
What, keep you on a camera?
Yeah.
No, that was McJuggernuggets.
Well, McJuggernuggets is fake and Kid Behind the Camera is real.
Well, remember Jesse keeps on trying to expose Michael?
Yeah.
All I remember is when, at the time, when Michael did that, everyone was really mad at him. They were saying, it's your dad's birthday, let him choose what he wants to eat.
Well, how I made this was in my fabrications class, and then there was this program on the computer where, let's say, you type up this text and then draw, uh, put the shape of a circle around it, and then it would get sent to the laser cutter, and like there'd be a board of wood, and then the laser would cut out some of it, and then carve out, this.
Yeah.
They also have 3D printers and plasma cutters.
I still have to bring Muhammad Saeed's little brother in the crazy house.
Yeah, and also the really tall guy, Adam Wadlow.
Yeah, but he's gonna be he's he's not in the crazy house. He's already dead already. Just like Robert Rodlow.
Hmm.
It'll be like a flashback or history scene. I'm not gonna do that character just yet. I'm gonna wait for a sec. Because I still have other characters to bring in.
Yeah, I remember one time on Josh Meyer's stream, someone asked Josh what his middle name was, and then I typed that his middle name was Myers United, and that his last name was States.
Yeah, I remember that. You should have typed in anus.
Yeah, I can remember some things that happen in Josh's streams. So when I make one of my future scenes, which is my Josh character making a live stream, it's gonna have some of those events.
So what do you think about that scene where Frozen Heart when she killed herself?
Yeah, I'll miss Frozen Art.
What?
Yeah, I'll miss Frozen Art.
Well, she's up there in heaven with Nolan Miller.
Yeah.
She
and
wanted to be.
and with Ryan and Oscar.
Hoodie Boy.
Yeah, Hoodie
Hell no,
Boy.
not Oscar. Why Oscar? He's a devil. He's a bully.
Yeah. Well, I just said it because Oscar's dead.
Remember, he's not dead. He survived
Oh,
the stabbing.
well, when he said he was just a spirit, I thought he was one. Oh yeah, and Arcade Master, he's in heaven with Nolan and Frozen.
Yeah. And remember Ryan, when he was a terrible bully at first, and then he turned into a good guy
Yeah.
by helping. In that scene last year, where Josh Myers and Plimpton, where they were picking on Raymond. No, wait. No, it wasn't Raymond. Arnold. Yeah, Arnold and Clyde. Yeah. And Ryan stepped in, and then Josh Myers just pushed him away. Oh yeah, and they're also up there with Hoodie Boy also,
Yeah.
and Frank the Hippie, and Hudson. Yeah, Hudson. And also ATV Studios.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and also Christopher.
Yeah.
Remember, he died in the Independence Day riot.
Yeah. And well, fire kicks must be with the devil.
Yeah. Well, when Frank the Hippie, when he was alive, he was pretty mean because he was with Mitch the Bitch. And also Hudson.
Well, I'm gonna be ending this soon.
Yeah. And soon enough, Trent, he's gonna go up there
Yeah.
because remember he has a brain trauma or injury from Aaron Alsheri beating him up on his birthday.
Yeah. Yeah, that reminds me of when McJuggernuggets used to have brain injury.
Yeah. Make chicken nuggets. Hey, when Tall Building dies in the future, where would he go? He would probably go to hell.
Hmm.
Yeah, he probably would.
And what about Officer Taylor?
Well, I don't know about him. Well, I would say he would go to heaven, but it depends how he treats. Because I know how his anger is when he doesn't get his way. When he wants people to line up, or he wants people to do it his way. He When he doesn't get it, he will get mad and he would probably shoot them to death or beat them, just like any other officer that's impatient.
And yeah, there are a lot of officers that are like that.
Yeah, and Officer Taylor is one.
Especially the people in the SWAT team.
I remember in jail camp, I had an officer like that, and he was a sergeant. We called him Hank, and he was African American. And also Sarge Fernando in the jail camp. Sergeant Fernando. They both had anger issues. They were both impatient officers. That's who Officer Taylor's based off of. Mainly, both of them. Officer Taylor's based off a lot of authorities in my life. Even the people from the campsite and the old campsites.
Oh yeah, and I have a character that's kind of based off of you. It's the Bob
Yeah.
character, because he's the one who calls Josh Erica United States.
Yeah. What's he look like? The
Hmm.
character like me.
Well, his skin's brown and his eyes are brown. Then his hair is black and straight, and he's about average or skinny build.
Can you also make him tall?
Well, he's 5'8".
Or make him have a wait, how old is he?
Uh, well, I'd say at the beginning of season 3, he's gonna be about 16.
So wait, what year is this? The series?
2035.
So in this series, I'm not even born yet.
Well, also your name would be Bob.
Well, at 16 years old, he can still have a growth spurt, a really massive growth spurt. Can he make him more than 7 feet tall? Like 7 foot, uh, 7'10".
Oh, that's a really tall.
Yeah, yeah, he could be the tallest one in your series. Instead of making characters 6'5", you can make them taller than that.
Hmm.
I'll say my highest that character would go is 9 feet when he hits his 20s. 9 foot.
Well, a long time ago, I was thinking of adding a character named Rhino, who is pretty much just a rhinoceros, and let's say he's 8 feet tall. And well, he's actually just a guy who spray painted his skin gray and wears a rhino hat.
Yeah.
And one of the ways he could attack people was by hitting people with the horn on his head.
So he tackles people like a football player.
No, he stabs them with the horn on his head. Well, the horn on his rhino hat.
How tall would my character George, be next to you?
Uh, well, he's 5'8", so about 4 inches taller. Well, I'm actually not really gonna have any characters taller than 6 or 7 feet because one thing about my series is I also try to keep it kind of realistic.
Well,
So,
it can actually be realistic.
yeah. Well, so I was gonna end the stream at 1 hour and 15 minutes. So about 10 minutes. Oh, and also, you're not really the only person that Bob's based off of. So let's say he's based off of many people, but he's based off of you in one way, and that way is that he calls Josh, Josh Erica United States.
Yeah.
He's not even a YouTuber.
Then what is he?
Well, let's say he's just a high school, student, but he plays soccer and really social. And so in the next, video that talks about, my characters again, it's also gonna say, who who has, a girlfriend or boyfriend and who it is. Well, Bob's girlfriend is Barb.
So about the heights earlier, when you said it's not like realistically. Well, in real life, that can actually be a realistic thing. It can.
Oh, I meant that I was choosing heights that are really common. Because I actually had a friend in high school who Bob is supposed to be based off in terms of, physical appearance.
Yeah, the Muhammad's gang. If you see how tall their height is, um, in real
Yeah,
life, those guys they're actually based off of those my old prison bullies in jail camp. But let me tell you something. They were not really that tall. No one is that tall. I'll say in jail camp, realistically, they were like over 6 feet tall. Well, some of them were. Some of them were over 7 feet, and some of them were like over 5 feet tall, or 6 feet, over 6 feet. Sometimes even them, some of them were over 6.5 feet.
one time in sixth grade during recess, I saw some guy with a rope, kind of like this, and then he was whipping some other guy with it.
Have you ever heard of this show called Hardcore Pawn?
No.
Hmm. Well, they have a bodyguard in there named Byron, and he's 7 feet tall.
Hmm.
I remember one time this bodybuilder was about to punch him, and then this Byron, he blocked the punch and he grabbed him out of there, threw him out.
So, look, I just made a new necklace. Teoru Mongus has.
I would say that the hardcore pawn show is not even like real. It was on True TV. And they say it's not actual reality stuff.
Oh, I'll be ending this in 2 minutes.
The peanuts. I don't know why D-Crack says peanuts.
One time in one of his, reaction live streams, and he was just making this face for about a minute.
That they finally got rid of those YouTube messages.
Huh.
Because I don't see my messages there anymore.
Yeah, they're gone now.
That's bullshit. I just got that like 2 years ago and then it's gone already. 2 years ain't not enough.
Yeah.
Now, how would I get my videos out there? There's no more messages.
Yeah.
How would I show 8-bit reactor or fire kicks? Josh Mears.
Yeah. And also now, you'd be the only one who comes to my live streams on this channel.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't share anything out
Yeah.
now.
Well, I'm gonna end this now.
Okay.
Let's do our faces.
Yeah.